23rd Flosstube video. My name is Melissa and I am the Cupcake Stitcher, mainly because I like to bake and I like to stitch. So today is Tuesday, May 12th. Can't see May, it just says Ma. But today is Tuesday, May 12th. And I thought I'd make a video today because I am having a great hair day. It's 95% of the reason I decided to do it. So how is everyone doing? I hope you are all doing very well. It sounds like things are starting to get back to normal. Today in Ohio is when a lot of things have opened up. Today's like opening day. Super exciting. I, for one, am going back to work next week, starting on Monday. I'm super excited about it. One of my friends returned this week, and the boss has just been slowly adding people back into the mix as we increase our patient workload. So not excited about, wearing a mask for 8+ hours in a day, but that's what will need to be done, and I'm just excited to be going back. So like I said, I thought I would stop in, make a quick video, and yeah, get to it. I feel at some point today that I will be interrupted. I just have a feeling my sister's gonna call today. I don't know why. And so if that happens, I will pause. You will have a 2-second break so that I can talk to my niece and nephews, because while I love you all, I love them more. I'm the fun aunt. Also, I'm the only aunt, but I don't even get aunt in the title. I just get Melissa. I'm like a thing, And also only one of them talks. Anyways, I've got some whips. I've got some haul. I have a couple finishes, which is exciting. And then I have the winners of my giveaway that I did for my 2-year 1,500 subscriber merged giveaway. Having a good hair day, but it's all in my mouth. So we'll just get straight into it today. I'm hoping it's not going to be a super long video because I waited too long probably to make this, and I feel like at some point we're going to start losing daylight. So we're going to get into whips first. So I am not formally participating in Stitch Mania. I do have a piece that I'm working on specifically for May. And so I'll kind of talk about what I'm doing with that piece when I get to it. Otherwise, I just have some basic goals that I've set for myself this month. But there are a lot of other things that in my stash that are calling to me. So the first thing that I worked on since I last made a video was my stained glass Little Mermaid. This pattern is no longer available. I believe there are other patterns similar to it, but this particular one is no longer available. This one is a full coverage piece. I'm stitching it on 14 count black Aida using 3 strands. So it's a lot, which I don't normally mind stitching with 3 strands on 14 or 28 count. But for whatever reason, I'm thinking because this is a full coverage, it just seems bulky. The colors, however, though, are very pretty, very saturated, and it's coming out nicely. So here she is so far. I hope this haziness kind of goes away on the camera. I did change a few of the red-orange colors. It was almost like a corally red, and it just was not vibing with the more brown-orange tones. I think what I have in there now blends fairly well. So I'm interested to see how her skin is going to play out, because we have some very dark and then we have some very bright. And we have some very bright next to some very dark. So it should be interesting. I mean, I do want to finish this. I don't know how I'm going to finish it because I have like no finishing material on the edges. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea, but apparently I did. But yeah, so it's coming along. I finished like 6 or 7 colors. If I did that every month, like I think I might even be to the point where if I finished 5 colors a month, which is probably like 2 or 3 days worth of work. Well, 2 or 3 days worth of work now. It's gonna be more when I go back to work. But 2 or 3 good days of work. This could be done by the end of the year, which would be great. Another finish. So that's the first one. Second project. I picked this up one night to work on while we were on a Zoom call because it is a very easy pattern to stitch on. And this is Glendon Place Thanksgiving. It's super cute. I am using mostly DMCs. I have 3 of the Dinky dies that I am using. And I'm stitching this on 28 count Joblin Queen Anne's lace. 28 or 32? I'm asking you, like you know. It's 32 count, not 28. And so I finished the first turkey. He is super cute. And I started a little bit of the words. Now, I think the words are going to be, while it's my favorite part of the chart, I think it's going to be a pain in the butt to stitch. Because it's such a highly variegated floss. I stitched this little bit 3 times to try and get a good gradient going. Other times it just looked weird. It looked streaky and blocky and not very gradual change. So the curves I think are going to be a pain in the butt. If I have a straightaway, we're okay. But there are a lot of curves, especially with the T, the H, going into the H, the K, the S, the A, all of the letters basically. Yeah, so we'll see. But first turkey, super, super cute. Love this one. I would like to have this. I would like to have all my projects done. I would like to have this one done by this year, really by Thanksgiving, but I don't really foresee that happening. So maybe a 2021 finish. I'm really liking finishing things right now. And speaking of finishing things, this is my big finish project goal of the year in my Rika bag. And this is Mucha Rapunzel by Pinky the Pink on Etsy. I have many of the princesses. I have this one and Cinderella Started. I'm stitching this on a 36 count even weave from Silk Weavers. And she is on the Q snap because this is what I've been working on right now. So let me grab paper for behind. There we go. So my goal this month is to finish her arm and her hand. And so when I picked it up this month, I had done up to here. So I had all of her skirt and then this side of her bodice and this arm done. And so I have stitched this side of her bodice and this much of her arm, which is a lot. That is a lot of stitching using 2 colors. 2 colors. Once I get to her hand, it'll be over 1 stitching using 2 threads via tent stitch. That's how I stitched her other hand over here. I really like how it turned out. I don't think it'll show up very well. I think I showed it in the last video anyways. So if not, or if you really want to see, just message me on Instagram, Cupcake Stitchers, same thing as my Flosstube, and I can take a more detailed pic if you have questions or concerns or anything about that. If you have concerns that I'm crazy, those concerns are valid. But yes, so this is my big finish goal of the year. I've made really good progress on her. I mean, the dress is almost done. And I would say that's like 80% of the project. I have not put in any back stitch yet. So there's a ton of back stitch, ton of beads. There's some French knots, a few French knots. So there's still a lot to do, but I like having a lot of the base done. And then I think adding in the detail will be a lot of fun. So pretty pleased with where that one is at. And the other project, this one I kind of alluded to. This is a fan favorite. This is what I am doing for my mania type deal. I am doing what I'm calling one strand a day in May on my Zuka. So I'm using one length of floss. If it were, I am using just one strand for this. If you want to join in, obviously we're about halfway through May at this point. Feel free to. There's no rules in Stitch Mania. There's no rules in cross stitch. I told my sister that for the first time this week because she started cross stitching and she was like, I don't know if I can do this. And I was like, there's no rules. So she's like, I have a knot on the back. I'm like, it's okay. No one's going to see it. But I really wanted to make good progress on this one. And so I am putting in one length of floss per day in the month of May, which is just enough to keep my attention. Sometimes I want to keep going. I really haven't because I've been working on Rapunzel. But we'll see if I can keep this up once I go back to work. Because when I come home from work, sometimes I'm just tired and I don't want to stitch. Most of the time I do. Some of the time I don't. But I have made really good progress so far on this one. This is on a 28 count Lugana by Seraphim Fabrics in the colorway Shenanigans. And I've been working on the orange. And so here is the top part of my pumpkin so far. When I started one strand a day in May, I don't know why that was so hard to say. I had this little curlicue done. I had all the green. I had this little curlicue done, this leaf, and then I want to say I had the start of this outline, but I've done most of this, which I mean is not a ton, but that's a lot of beads. And I've made more progress on this than I have seen in a while. So I'm pretty happy with this little challenge that I've made for myself. I think it's perfect for this type of project for me. Where, I mean, it's one color. It's a lot of just stitching. The light's not catching off of it perfect today because the light's behind me, but you can still see a little bit of shimmer. It's so pretty and it's so pretty in real life. I can't wait to take this one to all of the retreats to show off. This is definitely a fan favorite that you guys all love to see me pull out. I get so many comments on it. I did have someone ask me the other day on Instagram via private messaging what kind of beads I was using, and they are Delica beads. I got them from Fire Mountain Gems and Beads online, and these are size 11, I believe. I think I looked up my old order form on my email. So size 11 Delica beads. These are silver lined orange DB0045M. And this is 50 grams of beads. And I have another tube. Not quite as big as this. It's just a small tube. Which was enough for the green. I still have some more green mixed in there, so hopefully I don't run out. But I have a whole nother tube of orange just in case, but I'm hoping that that will be enough. So, like I said, I'm just using one strand and I am doing a full cross. So, really happy with the progress that I have made on this one. super, super happy. Like I said, if you want to join in, it's not too late. Nothing is ever too late. I may just, we'll see when I get to the end of the month, but I may just keep going with 1 strand a day on that project, even after May. I would like to see that one finished within the next year. All right, we're gonna get to finishes next. So the first finish I have was the oldest whip in my whip list, but not my oldest whip. So this was actually a pattern my mom started. I'm pretty sure I showed this and it was my screen grab last time. And it is the Columbus Skyline by Sharon Kids Creations. I have no idea when this was created. The Columbus Skyline looks nothing like it. And so when I showed my mom, I was like, do you want to see what I'm working on right now? And she was like, sure. I don't always share my cross-stitch stuff with my family. My sister a little bit more now that she has picked up a needle, but literally just, we were video chatting. I literally just did one of these and she was like, do you remember this? And she was like, where did you find that? And I was like, I don't know, my cross-stitch stuff. I was like, you must have just put it in my stuff when you were done with yours. Or cleaning out a room or something. So I showed it to her where I was at, and I still had quite a bit to do. And then like a week later I showed it to her and I was like, I'm done. And she was like, oh my gosh, you stitched that so fast. I was like, yeah, I don't have anything to do. And so here it is. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I did change a few of the colors. The sky and the buildings were, not the buildings themselves, but the light reflecting on the buildings was supposed to be like a pink, like a really pink. And I changed it more to a peach, which I think goes really well with the purple. The top half is stitched using 3 strands and the bottom half is stitched using 2. Both are full cross. Obviously not the back stitch. The back stitch is one strand, and obviously not a full cross because it's back stitch. The only thing that is not full cross, and this is, what do they call it? They called it an overstitch or a restitch, using Bulgare thread, Bulgare, which is this. Bulgare thread is also known as Krynic. Fun fact, I had to look it up, and this is what they used to call it before it was called Krynic. Krynic is the family name. Bulgare thread was something that they made. And so Bulgare thread came in either an 8 braid or blending filament. And this is definitely a blending filament, and this is the devil. And everyone knows that I like metallics. I had so much hate for this, and I don't know if it's just because it's old or I don't know if I've worked with blending filament in a long time, and I hated this. This is like the first metallic that I have truly hated. Yeah, was not a fan at all. However, and it probably will not pick up on the camera today. So on the bottom purple, you stitched all your stitches normally, and then in the same direction as your top stitch, you restitched. And so it's called an overstitch. It's picking up a little bit. And so it gives a little bit of a subtle effect, and that blending filament is on top versus being kind of mixed in with the other threads, because, you know, threads twist and stuff. This twisted a lot. But yeah, it's really cool. I showed it to my mom when she came over. She and my dad came over and helped me mulch. And so I pulled it out and I showed it to my dad, and he goes, I bought that forever ago. So my dad bought it from my mom to stitch, and then she never did. So I'm going to give it to them. We just need to find a frame, and I told them that I would frame it for them. So super exciting that the oldest whip, well, not mine, is done off of my list. So the next couple of finishes are, not all of them, but a lot of them are from 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. So I did participate in that this year, and I went 24 hours straight, which means I was awake for a very long time. A very long time. Because I didn't start until 7 p.m. on Friday night. I kind of wanted to get a couple things done. I need to get my grass cut, take a shower, all the things. Get a little bit of a plan. I had a movie marathon. I actually made a couple clips, and then I just decided not to post it because I never finished it. I said I would come back at least 1 or 2 more times, and then I never did. So I could post it if you guys really want to see it. Let me know, but at this point, let's just move on. And so the first piece that I picked out to work on during 24 Hours of Cross Stitch was Stone Street Stitchworks Fireworks on the 4th. I did do a conversion of this. This was a free pattern that we got at StitchCon in 2018, the first year. It even says that on the bottom, StitchCon 2018. I really, really like this, and I like how it's finished here. I mean, using the called for colors. I really like the called for colors, and I'm almost wondering if I want to do it again. However, I wanted sparkly because, like I said earlier, I love metallic threads, and so that's what I did. This is on a piece of 32. Yeah, 32 count. Winter Brew by R&R. Just like my all-time favorite. Here it is. So the firework, and again, it's not going to show because I don't have light directly on it. The firework is metallic floss. The red and the white are DMC Light Effects, and the blue is a Petite Treasure braid, which I have here. It's PB80. Yes, PB80. I'm standing up really awkwardly right now just to show this to you. And then I changed the barn colors. All of it is on my Instagram. I did write the colors down. They're pretty easy to figure out. The only colors that I kept the same were the roof. And I don't even think I kept, I don't think it's B5200. Nope, that's about it. I kept the roof the same color. Yep. But I love how it turned out. Don't know how I'm going to fully finish it. I really should probably try and do that before I go back to work next week. Have a finishing day. I have several things that I could easily finish myself and have things to finish with. But that was my first finish during 24 Hours of Cross Stitch. My second one, I really was not planning on being a finish. But once I got going, I just kept going. And this is a series. I have 2 of the 3 done. And it is the Mill Hill Ghost Trilogy. The one that I worked on and finished was Essence, which is probably my favorite one out of all of them because of the cat. I'm not a cat person, but I love that he's peeking out from behind the ghost and that you could still see his body through the ghost. I don't feel like it translated quite as well because I have kind of a dark fabric, but you can see the cat. He's super cute. You just can't see the body quite as well. So I picked this up and I had a lot of beading to do, but he is finished and he is super cute. Super, super cute. So like I said, the cat is my favorite. I like his little lantern in this one. I like the pattern. I love patterns. They're so easy to stitch, especially with a bead. Like once you get the pattern down, you can just kind of do, so like I was working in like diagonals and it just worked and made things very easy and I didn't have to look at the pattern anymore. So I'm sure there's a mistake in there somewhere, but he's cute and he's mine. The other one that I have done is Ellis, which is this one here. This is stitched on 28 count casual linen in Witching Hour from Under the Sea Fabrics. I got this at Stitch Away 2019. I picked up the fabric. It was perfect for all three. And the one in the middle is Erie. I do like Erie's little sign. And that's as far as Erie is. So I have a lot to do on that one, but these will be done by the end of the year. All three of them. I don't know how I want to finish them yet. I'm still debating if I want to do them. They're not evenly spaced on here, so they're gonna have to be cut. I don't know why I just don't cut them now. Probably because I don't know why. I just haven't done it. Not a good excuse, but you know, whatever. Trying to decide if I want to put them in a frame, like one frame, all three, or do one frame with all three in individual mats, or 3 different frames, or do little like stand-ups. I'm not sure, but they're all cute. So any suggestions, please let me know. Those are a lot of fun to stitch. Sorry, again, I am cleaning up as I go so that I don't have a huge mess to clean up later on. And then the last thing I had was a start and a finish, and it is a loud start because it's within a series, and that series is Scary Apothecary. And the one that I worked on was Broomstick Fuel. This was not one of my favorite ones in the series. However, I loved stitching this, and I think it's probably my favorite color combination so far. I thought that I really liked Bitter Brew more than I did Broomstick Fuel, but Broomstick Fuel was a lot of fun to stitch. These are being stitched on 32 count Lugana in Vintage Stormy Nights using the called for colors and Kreinik. And here is Broomstick Fuel. Let's lift it in a little bit. Trying to see where I am. There we go. I love the Kreinik shading on the broom. So like the tips of the broom are in a gold Kreinik. And then they have this purple Kreinik high luster in between the blue and the green up here, which I really, really like the contrast between those. Like I said, this is probably my favorite one I've done so far. Was not expecting that, but Kathy Haberman is a genius. My sister really likes these. I almost want to say that these are kind of what got my sister wanting to start cross stitch. So I think I'm going to give the patterns to her when I'm done with them, because she wants to make a little banner just like I plan on doing. So I have 3 of the 9 done. All of the bee patterns are done. I still have cackle lodges, coffin paint, and cauldron cleaner, snail slime, spider legs, and skeleton polish. So still have 6 more to go. They all just stay in the same bag. They're all gonna be played on the same fabric, and then finish. I want to, like I said, make a little garland of sort with that. So that is all of the stitching I have done in the last month that I can think of. I'm sure I forgot something, but a fair bit of stitching. I'm pretty pleased with what I got done. What I've finished in quarantine, I think I've had 11 finishes in total since being off work. Now I know why retired people have a lot of finishes. I probably had more, but That's just because I had nothing to do. I have no one to look after here. It's just me. Yeah. So I do have haul. No need to worry. I didn't think I was going to have any. However, I still do because I'm me. So the first thing is a monthly subscription. This actually showed up in the mail today, so I'm glad that I waited. And I haven't fully unfolded this yet. So I am part of Leslie's Under the Sea Fabrics Fabric of the Month Club, and I get a fat quarter of 32 count Lugana. And this month it is in the colorway Stonewashed, which is showing very gray on screen, but it is very blue. And it looks very mottled too. It's like a light blue with a little, very, very light white. It's pretty. It's a pretty color. Leslie always has beautiful colors. Always, always. And so that was my subscription purchase. I did have an Instagram live purchase when Keepsakes did their Instagram live sale. I actually had 2 purchases that I was fortunate enough to get. The first one is a heart and hand design, designed for the heartware little bowls, and it is called Pocket Round Flower. It's small, but it's cute. So I need to get one of the little earthware bowls, heartware or whatever they call it. Just a cute little pattern. Super cute. I'm pretty sure these are both market releases. The other one that I got was a Luminous Fiber Arts Savor Every Stitch. I love this one. I'll probably change the colors up a little bit, but I think it's a really cute pattern. A little bird holding the needle. It's adorable. So cute. So those were the 2 that I got in the sale. And then the rest of my market purchases arrived. I had been waiting to actually go down to Keepsakes to pick my stuff up. That's normally what I do rather than have it shipped. I only live about an hour and 45 minutes away from Keepsakes. And I plan to go down towards the end of March for Crockpot Friday, which we were going to have on Saturday, but that did not happen at the end of March because of Corona. So Barb was very kind in letting me kind of hold my stuff there for a little while. And then I paid for it all, and I was like, you know what, just go ahead and send it. So I'm going to go through my market haul, which is probably I'm probably the last person to show their market haul. Save the best for last because there are some excellent pieces in my pile here. So many good things. Yeah, so we're just going to get right into it. The first thing that I got are these sticker plates from Lindy Stitches. I think these are freaking adorable. And I don't know why more designers don't make these. I love the watercolor type flower design. Super cute. So it has what? Title, stitch by, date, and then any special notes that you want to put about the piece. So cute. I probably want to buy more of these. Like I finish a whole lot of things and frame a whole lot of things I don't. This one actually I had to wait on a little bit because it just kind of came out. And it is Celebrate 4th of July by Madame Chantilly. I have Halloween, Celebrate Halloween and Celebrate Christmas. And so this is probably my favorite one in the series though. And I'm not normally a super patriotic person. Like I am a patriotic person. That sounds horrible. But I don't stitch a lot of patriotic patterns. Not that I don't like them, I just don't stitch them. I can't wait to do this one. I want to do it on a light gray fabric, just kind of how they have it shown. This is so pretty. I love that eagle. I love the USA. 4th of July. This is so cute. I will probably stitch this over 1 on 28 count, just like I'm doing Halloween. So love, love, love this one. The next couple patterns that I bought are actually a series. And this is Puntini Puntini cross stitch charts. It's the When I Think of series. So I thought these were adorable. I did not get the pins. If I want to get the pins, I'll get them at a later date. But it does come with the buttons for these. So the first one is When I Think of Spring. This is probably my least favorite. I'm not a springy person. And it has a little flower and a ladybug buttoned. That flower's beautiful. And so is the ladybug. And then after that we have Summer. When I Think of Summer. This is probably my favorite one. I love the popsicle. I love the wave. I love the beach umbrella. If it's on this chart, I love it. And then we have a little boat and a watermelon button with this one. I can't wait to stitch these. I will probably stitch these so fast. These are like teeny tiny little patterns. They're so cute. I stitched a lot of big things, in case you haven't watched me before. I like big patterns. Autumn, When I Think of Autumn. Who doesn't love a good autumn pattern? And then we have 2 acorns. Or 2 different kind of nuts, I guess. That one is obviously an acorn, but I don't know what that one is. Acorn? What's the other one? Is that another kind of nut? Anyone know? Please let me know. And then When I Think of Winter, I also really like this one. I like the ice skate and then the white against the brown and the red. So pretty. And we have the cardinal and the snowflake button for this one. So those are super cute. I don't want to say those were a last minute ad, but a very well appreciated ad. I appreciate myself for adding those into the cart. This was a new one for me. This is by Pedal Pusher. I've never really seen much of their designs before, but I thought this one was cute. I really like the colors in it. It's just a cute little pattern, and it's called Pumpkins. They have them for all different seasons. So there's like I think there's a tulip one. There's an evergreen. I really like the pumpkins, and so we'll start with this one, and if I like any of the other ones, maybe I'll get them at that point. Is that one in there too? Pumpkin pin keep. Oh, cool. There's even a little one in the back. So I think that's included as well. Both super cute. And then we're gonna get to ink circles, which probably had my favorite release this year. I'll build up to it because it's my favorite pattern ever. I really need to get it kitted so that I can start it in June, because we're allowed 1 StitchCon start, even though we're not having StitchCon until 2021. So our group is still doing a StitchCon start, and I really want it to be one of these patterns. So the first one I got was The Queen That Was. I don't know why I liked this. I really like it on the dark fabric, probably because of the metallic crown. I'm a sucker for a good crown. I don't know why. I love the colors, the red against the teal against the all of the green leaves. So pretty. So, and that one really doesn't have that many colors. It has 7 colors and then the cryonic. So not too many colors, which is nice. I also really like this one, and I will probably go for the Gloriana silks that are in this. It's just really pretty, and it's called Blueprint for the Rainbow City. I just love the pops of color mixed in with that navy blue. I think it's stunning. Stunning. Yeah. So pretty. Like I said, this is for me, this is the 2020 market winner after the roses. I'm obsessed with this. This was the first thing I saw that was like, I need it. I need it now. I love it. I love the pin keep that comes with it. It's gorgeous. A lot of the colors of Floss are sold out on 123 Stitch. I need to call Keepsakes and see if they will kit it up for me. God, this is pretty. It's so pretty. She's just a genius. That Tracy Horner. Genius. I still got a few more here, guys. I really liked this one as well, which this is not really my style. I'm not a big prim person. Not that I would call this super, super prim. But this is a collaboration between Heartstring Samplery and the Scarlet House. You have all seen this at this point. It's called Berry Bowl Sampler, and it's a celebration of friendship. I love this, and I don't know why. I love it even more that it's stitched on 2 different fabrics, and my plan for this one is to stitch it with Katie Glass because we both love this pattern and we want to stitch it together. So we're going to pick out, I think, 2 different colors of fabric in the same line. So we'll either do like 2 PTPs or 2 R&Rs, something like that. And then we'll stitch it, and then we'll trade it, and we'll each have half that we made and half that the other person made, which I love. I think that's super fun. So I think this is going to be a whistle stop start in October. Hoping we get to go. Because as of right now, I don't know how work is going to be with letting people off work. So everyone keep your fingers crossed for me that the world starts to become a little bit more normal so that I can go to Tennessee in October. Thank you. I appreciate your fingers crossed. This was, I think, one of the last ones that I added into my order, and I think it's because I saw it. I don't think it came out until market. And so I just messaged Steph and I was like, can you add that to my list? And she said, yep. And it's Little House Needleworks Kringles. I love that it's just all in one pattern. I mean, I love when they have the little snippets, but sometimes you just need to release it all as one big thing. And it's so cute. So cute. I love that it's a store and that it's called Kringles. Kringles will definitely be, there'll be some Kreinik mixed into here. Do they have any Kreinik in here? They do not, and that is a travesty. There will be, and by Kreinik I mean Petite Treasure Braid, because that is my preferred metallic. I will stitch with any of it, but Petite Treasure Braid, yes. I may do a blend. I really like I think Kringles would look really good with a blend between the floss that it is and a metallic. Yes. I also got another Coffee First by Luminous Fiber Arts. So I got another Luminous Fiber Arts. I didn't get another one of these because I just got one of these. Coffee First, then the Worm. I love the colors in this one, and I'm not a big bird person, but this is a cute little bird. And I'm also not a morning person. I've been trying to work on that this week. I got out of bed at like 9:40 today. So I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. I only slept through like 3 alarms. Yeah. I'm gonna have trouble going back to work next week. I also got a Queenstown sampler design in a Longstreth 1805. I just like flowers, and so this one is cute. I like that you could like take one of these and make each of them like a mini pin cushion. I think that would be really cute. The approximate design is 340 stitches tall by 400 stitches wide. That is a big pattern. Wow, I did not realize that. But yeah, each of those could probably be its own little pin cushion, which I think is cool. So, I also got a Jeanette Douglas pattern. This is Blooming Bouquets number 4. I love flowers. I think the colors in this one are really pretty. I'm a sucker for red flowers. Yeah, kind of like roses. Just what this one kind of looks like. So, yeah, so pretty. And the last pattern that I got was a hands-on design pattern. This was also one of the first ones that I was like, yep, I need it, please and thank you. This is one of the first ones on my list. Well-rounded perennial pinwheels. So I did try and get the bundle of fabric, but I think they were sold out by the time Barb or Steph got to them, which is fine. But I did get the Lady Dot Creates twill tape that goes with it. So I will either order the fabric myself, or I will find similar substitutes or colors that work with the twill. So I will finish them probably how they have them finished. These are adorable. I don't know which season I like best. And I also don't know which style I like. I mean, I like the houses. I like the flowers. Where they just have the different flowers. And then they have like a mandala at the bottom. So cute. Again, Kathy's a genius. I also really like that, and I just looked at this because I have it turned towards my face. These are all in DMC, which is great. Not that I don't love fancy floss, because I do love fancy floss, but sometimes it's nice to just have a project in DMC. So that's the last of my market haul. So I know you guys were all on the edge of your seat for me to finally show that. Let's be honest, we all like looking at haul, and this year's market haul was fantastic. There are a few things that I've seen since I've been watching a lot of Flosstube, but I'm like, I may have to get that at some point. In addition to all of these, like, this is a lot. It was like 14 or 15 charts, I think. Yeah, market was good this year, and that was like 3 months ago. It's fine. It's fine. I'm behind the times. So the last thing that I have is the giveaway winners. So if you watched my last video all the way to the end, you saw that I announced a giveaway for kind of a combination 2-year anniversary on Flosstube and 1,500 subscribers, which at this point I'm over 1,600. So thank you to all of my new subscribers. There have been a lot of you lately. So if you are a newer subscriber within the last month or two, please let me know how you found me. I had 1 or 2 people last time say that they just found me, or that they had been following me on Instagram, and since they have extra time, decided to watch me. So I always like to know how you found me. So, but I was giving away 3 patterns. The first one is a Needle Bling Designs, Get Your Tail to the Beach. I finished this last year. Super cute little design. Need to FFO it. I also finished this pattern, which is Simple Threads Summer House Stitchworks. This I showed on my last video. Loved this one. Also need to FFO it. And this pattern here, I had 2 copies of in my stash somehow. Yep. So one of you is going to get this. I actually have a little video to insert. I did a screen capture because I figured out how to do that because of a friend that I've been Instagram message videoing. It's not a word, but lately, and some of the things that she has sent me, I've just had to screen capture. So I figured out how to do that on my phone. Yep. And I was like, you know what? I have so much time that we are going to make this really ridiculous today. So I hope you enjoy how I did my drawing for these prizes. And so I will cut to that video. All right, guys. So I found this fun app where it spins balls in a little cage, kind of like bingo. And we're going to go through. So I actually gave everybody 10 balls in each giveaway. So there were 9 entries for Get Your Tail to the Beach, 10 entries for Simple Threads, and 19 entries for Autumn. So we're going to do Get Your Tail to the Beach first. I am going to hit edit real quick just so that I can scan through the names and that you guys can see that you actually entered. So we're going to go ahead and fill this up here. It's going to start spinning. I'm going to shake my phone a little bit, mix them all up, and then we're going to give it a tap. It's going to stop. And our first winner for Get Your Tail to the Beach is Megan Rogers. Congratulations, Megan. I will just message you on Instagram because I know who you are to get your address so that I can get that sent out to you. Yay. Congratulations, Megan. All right, so our next one is Simple Threads. Again, we're going to go in here just so that you can see that your name is in here. Actually, start at the bottom, I guess. Quick scan there. And we're going to go ahead and throw those in there. Just shake it up. And give it a tap. And our winner is Sylvia Jorgensen. Sylvia, I hope I said your last name wrong or correct and that I did not say it wrong. But I like to butcher names. So congratulations, Sylvia. I will have my email in the description box below for you to email me your address and information. Alrighty. And our last one, Autumn, which is our big one, which I said had 19. We're going to start at the top here. I may have said this earlier, but yes, this took me forever to put everybody's names in. Do not expect me to do this ever again. I'm just on quarantine and have a lot of spare time on my hands. So that's going to fill up with all of your entries. And shake it up. Extra long this time because it's the one that most people want. And we're going to tap it. And our winner is Jasmine. Congratulations, Jasmine. Again, you can shoot me an email. Again, my email is in the description box below. That way I can get your pattern out to you. Congratulations, Megan, Sylvia, and Jasmine. I hope you enjoy your patterns, and I will try and get those out to you as soon as possible. Back to the video now, guys. Okay, so I want to congratulate Megan, Sylvia, and Jasmine. Megan, I will message you on Instagram because I know what your Instagram handle is. By the way, if you guys are not following Megan, she started Flosstube videos a couple weeks ago. She has, I think, 3 videos out at this point. She's super cute. She's adorable. I love her. I love my Megan. She is Georgia Girl Stitching on Flosstube and on Instagram. So go follow her, go give her lots of love. She does lots of beachy patterns, and so it was only serendipitous that she got this pattern here. So Megan, I will contact you for your address so I can send you this. Sylvia and Jasmine, I do not know your Instagram handles, so please either message me on Instagram and identify who you are, or email me. My email will be in the Dropbox below. So that is what I have for you guys today. Again, I hope everyone is doing well, taking lots of time to stitch and relax at home and trying not to let current situations get them down. I've been in a pretty good place, bored out of my mind, yes, but overall in a pretty good place. So I think we are getting back to normal. I think it's coming, and I just pray that everyone stays safe and healthy and uses safe, healthy practices. You go out in public, wear a mask, wash your hands. Washing your hands is just the biggest thing. You know, I do it all day at work, so much so that, you know, sometimes my hands get a little bit dry, and that's okay. That's really the best way to take care of yourself, is by washing your hands. So, until next time, I don't know when next time will be because I never plan things. I will see you all later, and happy stitching. Bye, guys.